WrestleMania week, and you know what that means. Ringside Heat is on the air on News Talk Saga 960 AM, your favorite podcatcher, as well as on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lex Tan, host and producer of this show, and you can follow me at Lex Tan Media. Follow the show at Ringside_Heat. It is WrestleMania preview today, and it is because it is WrestleMania week. It is the most wonderful time of the year if you are a WWE fan. And hey, and if you're not a WWE fan, well, WrestleMania is a great time for people who are casual fans to get into the product and just have the fun of figuring out, oh, this world of professional wrestling in its biggest ever form all around the world, no matter what promotion it is. And well, kudos to the WWE for putting that together. And you know what? We've also got, I mean, it's 41 times this has happened so far. So it's a lot of things that are going to be happening going into this, and a lot of things going to be happening this entire weekend, which we'll be discussing with the ring crew around me here on the StreamYard on YouTube and well, on the radio too. So let's introduce them right now. Colin Dodge, you can follow him at Risen72. He is our AEW expert, and he is our Godzilla expert as well. You can follow him at KanjiraCast and listen to his podcast there. Jose Tabuada, director of digital content at Tabuada93. Follow his Toronto Blue Jays blog at Jats on Base. Chico Nugget, he is our expert on all things wrestling, memorabilia, and collection stuff. And he's got the spinner title, and apparently is a thumbs up over there because of him being on the Mac. You can follow him and his collection at Coco Collects. Gentlemen, it is WrestleMania weekend. And remember as well, we do have our live stream both nights, Saturday, Sunday, 6:45 p.m., hosted by our AEW expert Colin Dodge, because apparently
because I live in another province.
Yes, exactly.
So he's stuck with stream duty.
Yes.
Well,
everybody else is busy, so you know.
Well, I mean, I know for myself and for Chico, we've got Easter duties over as well over at Easter music duties. So you know what? Unfortunately, we'll be out for the Saturday night for sure. So thank you to Colin for stepping in and doing this for
your
us.
priorities. That's all I ask. You know?
My
priorities are with AEW, and I'll be there. So you know, what does that tell you?
I will be on the Saturday night late, so at least I will make one appearance, because Sunday, as much as I would love to be there for Sunday, I am excited to say that I do have a special WrestleMania shift for my work, for my my day-to-day job, which is extremely exciting. So obviously, because I'm technically under work hours, obviously I won't be able to. I think that's an exciting excuse as to now I am unable to go on, because I never thought I'd get such an opportunity like that. But I will be there late Saturday night, but still WrestleMania.
Explaining everything to me and giving me a crash course for Sunday. So
absolutely. So I'm excited. I'm not sure what time I'll be on. I think an hour into the pay-per-view, I will be tuning in. I'm not 100% positive, but I will be there without a doubt. I will be there Saturday night with Colin.
Hopefully the chat room hasn't turned on me by then, but we'll see.
Well,
I'm excited, even though it's a weekend full of busyness for Mr. Lex Tan and myself. I am still excited because it is still WrestleMania season, and let's let the good times roll, baby.
How do you think I feel, man? I think everybody, it's no secret. I mean, it's my favorite event of the year. For me, the most exciting of the year. It's the one event of the year where I tell myself, you know what, Jose, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to be a kid. Sit back and enjoy. And that is what WrestleMania is to me. And once again, another trip around the sun and another WrestleMania in our grasp. Vegas should be a fun one, isn't it? The second time that WrestleMania will host Vegas. Vegas will host a WrestleMania. So I'm excited to see what Vegas will bring. And the stage construction, fellas, looks phenomenal. That I'm going to be judging it very hard compared to our stage.
Well, just from the framework of it, it reminded me of the makings of the Hollywood WrestleMania 39 stage, at least from a height perspective. I don't know the rest of it yet, so I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah, so we're very excited. Very, very excited here at Ringside. Lex?
And I think it was Triple H who said this recently, that WrestleMania is, they say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but then because it's WWE and because it's WrestleMania, whatever happens in Vegas will be shown to the entire world. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's the only event in Vegas that will that reverses that stereotype on its heels. And hey, we're as a wrestling fan, as a WWE fan, I could not be much any happier for that. And right now, as we're going to go through this show, we will be breaking down, or at least giving our quick predictions on several issues or several cards. Let me try that again because
issues. Okay, issues. Yeah,
issues when it comes to the card. No. We'll be going through the card, and we're going to be talking about our predictions for the different matches and going into depth into the main matches that we want to talk about here. But we will get into that after the break when we come back with more Ringside Heat on News Talk Saga 960, your favorite podcatcher, as well as on YouTube. Back after these promotional considerations.
Under all the lights, with only everyone, he's looking for one single face.
And welcome back to Ringside Heat on News Talk Saga 960 AM. Lex Tan alongside Colin Dodge, Jose Tabuada, Chico Nugent. It is WrestleMania preview day on News Talk Saga 960. Well, all on all of our social media channels as well. And we're going to start it off by going through night one. And this one's for most of these matches, we'll go for a little quick fire. Who do you think is going to win? That's it. So the first match that's been announced on the card, according to the card that I have on the screen right now, we're starting off with the WWE World Tag Team Championship, the War Raiders, who are putting up the titles on the line versus the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. What do you guys got? Who wins?
War Raiders. They deserve it because this is their shortest name yet.
War Raiders with the help of a finally returning Biggie.
Ooh.
Ditto to what Jose said. I like that. I like that prediction. Let's go.
I really quickly, I don't know why the SmackDown tag isn't on WrestleMania with all the work they've been doing, but I think the reason why is because it's finally time to see Biggie.
Woo! Mm-hmm. And hey, you know what? If Biggie is actually going to be coming back with, healthy enough to go, my goodness, wow! Like, that'll be just inspiring and make me shed a tear. I will say, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Who gets it?
Mysterio forever.
I'm gonna give it a Mysterio with an unmasking. I think they cut the cord on this quickly. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm a little amused by El Grande Americano.
You know what? You're not wrong.
How dare you.
I'm gonna go with El Grande Americano and just prolonging this whole really dumb joke a little bit longer. I find it so funny when they do this.
I can see them doing that too. That's what I hate. I can see it.
I find it to be very entertaining, this entire storyline, because we know how much of a joke it actually is.
Yeah,
and so I'm just like I like laughing at it for a little bit longer, maybe not too much longer.
Yeah, like Mr. America and other things before that were dumb but entertaining a little bit. This one is pretty entertaining. Anyway,
Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Jade forever. I miss her.
I'm going to give it to Naomi. I'm sorry. You do not kill the momentum that quick. It's got to be Naomi.
Naomi has pleasantly surprised me, so I'm going to go with Naomi as well. Though my mind is telling me I feel like they got to give strong Storm Girl Jade.
That's the problem.
Her victory,
That's the problem.
I'm right on the fence. I'm sorry, but that's not an answer. Go on.
I think though that yes, as much as I think Naomi will win, Jade Cargill I think needs it just a little bit more. They both need the win, but I think maybe Jade Cargill needs it a little bit more. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Next match, WWE United States Championship, LA Knight, versus Jacob Fatu. I think it's Fatu for this one.
Fatu forever. He retires Cena at the end of the year.
There's a lot of forevers going on here.
I'm gonna, it's gonna be Fatu. I think LA Knight was a clear transitional champion, and it's Jacob's time to get something going, and maybe even deal with Solo down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Which one's Solo again? I always forget. He's always in the background. I never behind it. Sorry.
The one that's not Fatu, because we know who Fatu is.
Okay,
the one that we forget is there. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be the odd man out, and predict that LA Knight keeps it, but not without bloodline shenanigans. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting concept.
Because
I like it.
Solo and Jacob gotta have their fight eventually. I think.
That's but it could be for the title.
Yes, it could be. However, I think it's still gonna be just family stuff for a while.
Fair.
There you go. That's my prediction.
All right, and then the next match, which has stirred up a bit of controversy amongst wrestling fans, the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton putting up the title on the line against the returning Charlotte Flair. Yes, it's been quite catty. It's been quite
Yes.
The intrigue of what's real and what's not, like the blurring of the lines, I actually appreciate. I just there's a part of me that just feels like I don't want Charlotte Flair to win this one. Personally, for me, I want Tiffany to go to retain the championship.
All the promo stuff has not provided intrigue for me. Again, we know I'm coming in 3 years absent, and so Tiffany Stratton, I have no idea who that is. I know who it is, but you know what I mean. And even after 3 years, I'm still over Charlotte being at Mania, so it doesn't. The result doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm picking Tiffy because I think this is weird. Because first of all, and I think this is one that's worthy to elaborate a little bit here.
Yes.
One, they did a great job. I'll give kudos to WWE. They did a great job on making the shoot into a work and incorporating it. I thought last week on SmackDown, the parking lot social media footage, the post match brawl, it makes sense. What I don't like is that is what would give them a reason to give Charlotte the win, because they like the controversy and they're gonna like the attention. After all, it's Charlotte, who is also going for a record. I don't know if it's at this WrestleMania, but she's close to her dad's.
Oh, he's getting all choked up about it. Yeah, calm down, Jose.
Oh, it's all about family in the end, after all, guys.
Family above all.
Yeah,
but I think at the end of the day,
let's watch Fast and Furious together.
I think at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth it to strap the belt on somebody who has once again shown her personality in the wrong way on camera. I'm gonna give it to Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Well, see, Lex got Tiffany, Jose got Tiffany, Colin staying neutral. I'm gonna stay with my predicted course of action for this program. I think it doesn't end at Mania. However, I think Charlotte takes the title, and then they lead to a comeback program for Tiffany, making her an even bigger babyface and moreover with the fans by potentially winning it at the first ever 2-night SummerSlam.
So more interesting to have Tiffy chasing than Charlotte chasing.
Yeah, and kind of get that side of getting people behind her in that way.
Mm-hmm. I think that's actually been what's been lacking with Tiffany Stratton, is that there hasn't been much of a reason to back her in that sort of way, because she was just lifted to the stratosphere almost out of nowhere, especially with the Money in the Bank thing.
Good Trish Stratus shout out, by the way.
Yes,
part of the build.
Yes, but I think having her chase the title, I think she may be one of those people who are better chasing the title than actually holding the title.
There you go. Well, that's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. Charlotte for the win for Mania, Tiffy to get it back at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another prediction show.
That's right, which we'll be having in about 3-4 months from now, which would be great. I would love that. Next match on the card for night one, the World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther putting up the title against Jey Uso in a feud that now, or that as of a couple of weeks ago, is a bloodlust feud now. So I believe that Jey Uso has to get the victory over here personally. Gunther, great champion and so credible as a champion. Just the powerhouse that he is in his character and in his wrestling. His chops are just will never stop ringing in my ears. But I think Jey Uso because of him being main event, the whole push that he's had. He either has to get it now at this WrestleMania, because I think this is going to be his 4th time like that, trying to go for it. If he doesn't get it, then it's gonna fall flat.
Gunther can survive the loss, and I don't think Uso can with the incredible rise that he's had and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's bad enough he's not in the main event, so yeah, give it to him.
Okay. I will disagree on some points in the sense that I don't think I think Gunther it can be a great champion. We've seen it with the Intercontinental title. I don't think this reign, number one, lived up to the hype that the IC title did because of the historic significance that the IC title had. So this was an up and down reign, unfortunately, which it's kind of surprising because we've seen Gunther do that work, and I don't know why there hasn't been more credible or more reputable competitors. Two, just to kind of bring back what Chico and I were saying and agreeing on a couple of weeks back on Ringside Heat, that this reign was falling, this storyline was falling very, very flat up until Jimmy's involvement. And obviously, since that slap, Jimmy was attacked is a word putting lately, because we are still on daytime radio after all. It was just such a brutal assault. And it gave this storyline the pop and the importance that it needed going into a WrestleMania for a world title. So I'm really happy that there's some sort of intrigue. That said, you open night one with this match. It would be a shock if you do not open this match with this championship. And yes, Jey Uso opens up Vegas' second WrestleMania strong with the title around his waist.
Man, pretty much ditto. Yeah. Pretty much dittoed everything Jose said. The WWE is about moments. Okay. And so they're not just they have something for a lot of different kinds of tastes. Dare I say, they'll even have matches for people who love spot fests, like once in a while they'll do that. But they like to put in ingredients of all sorts of things. But one thing for sure that we know WWE is all about is having those highlight reel moments. So the visual of, what is it, over 70,000 or so? I don't know how many people can you fit in there.
60 to 70,000. Allegiant Stadium is kind of big, but of course the stage will eat up a lot of space, which again,
sure. So let's say about 60 plus, maybe 70,000 people. The visual of all of those people yeeting to celebrate the World Heavyweight Championship victory is something that WWE definitely has been saving this world title victory for, I think. And it's got to be Jey.
And it's not like we don't know what a scene of 60,000 plus people yeeting looks like. Who can forget the three of us in Philadelphia last year, Lincoln Financial, yeeting with Lil Wayne and Jey Uso during his entrance. But it was an absolute party to be a part of. It was so special to be a part of that. That was one of the things I was looking forward to that night. And again, this time around, I'm sure it'll be a better match and a better outcome than last
time. Well, like you said, that beatdown of Jimmy, honestly, like it leveled it up so, like maybe 10 times. Like it felt so much more important.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, it even had a couple of people saying, and I kind of disagree with this, that it could have been night one main event, like actually after that.
I will disagree.
Yeah, me too. I disagree. So, I mean, it leveled it up so much that some people may have thought of that, but yes, open Mania with this, and you will have a golden start that will supercharge everything else.
Yep. One may say it was 41 times better since Jimmy's involvement. Get it? Because
hearing what you guys have been saying and listening, it reminds me of what the Usos themselves said that I think they both agreed that Jimmy was the more talented of the Uso brothers, and Jey he just found a stride in that sort of sense before Jimmy did. However, I think that people saying that, or themselves saying that Jimmy was the more talented Uso brother, it speaks to the versatility of Jimmy, that he's the one that was able to jumpstart and to like actually put more stakes into the feud between Gunther and Jay. Because as you guys were saying, the just Gunther and Jay in it was falling flat. Introduced Jimmy into the mix, and having his talents as part of this particular story just jump started it and made it rise.
Here's a quick question in following up with that, Lex, because I think this is going to be a great follow-up question to what you just said and all of it, because you're not wrong. Do you have yet another brother versus brother match now that a title could be involved?
Ooh, okay. That's a great thing. So let's say Jay takes the title. Let's say Jay takes the title. They could, yes. I think that we could see those two go at it for the title at SummerSlam. I mean, they don't need necessarily the bloodline or the family to get involved. Those two can actually, I think they could make a good story between the two of them but then you can also have like other I guess antagonists or irritants in the mix. I don't know who. Maybe Gunther is supposed to be would find a way to insert himself somehow, but I think I would love to see both those brothers as kind of like, in their elevated status outside of the bloodline story. I think that's plausible.
Hey, man, they deserve a second chance to not screw up a match between themselves, and SummerSlam might be a good spot for it, man. Good call.
Wanted to bring that out there. We carry on with the card.
Yep. Yeah. And the main event of night one, as CM Punk finally, after all these years, gets to be a main eventer at WrestleMania. Thanks to Paul.
Colin, don't tell Punk it's night one main event, okay?
There had to be 2 night WrestleManias had to exist before it happened, but okay, sure. Yeah.
CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner versus the OTC Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins triple threat match. Just a grudge match between these three. Lots of long-term storytelling between all three of these guys, which was also punctuated by Seth Rollins giving Roman Reigns another Shield chair shot, the third one that Roman Reigns has received from Seth Rollins. Breaking up the Shield, Sami Zayn and then this past Monday night. My gosh, this one match I think could go anywhere and it would stand really, really well. But I do have to say the whole thing that sticks out in my mind is something that was mentioned. I think Chico mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, that it's Seth Rollins who will be the victor in all of this because he's the one who needs this victory more. And Paul Heyman, now because he's been in CM Punk's corner and will be again, and he's been in Roman Reigns' corner for the last 4 years. It might be it might be the time for Paul Heyman to break away from the two who are feuding over him and then siding with Seth.
All right. Normally, I would say that's super obvious, so that's exactly what they're going to do. But because of the people that are involved in this match, I think better of all 4 of them that are involved. So the best thing about this match, why this is the most interesting match on the entire 18 nights, 2 nights, whatever, is because anyone who wins makes sense, and I have no idea. I absolutely have no idea. I can make arguments for all 3. I like Seth the least, but you could arguably say most interesting if he keeps it and takes out the 2 favorites. That's the thing. This is the most interesting match because I have no idea, and I'm not going to guess. That's great. It so rarely happens in a promotion on a pay-per-view. You just don't know, and all winners make sense. So, yeah.
Well, first things first, I will gladly say that yes, this 1,000% counts as a main event because you're still ending a night with something. I'm gonna say it, all right? I get it. I've been battling with this argument since the 2-night system began, but I like saying that it's a main event, and I'm
happy for you.
I'm also saying.
Oh, sorry. Was I off mute? Let me fix that. 1 sec. Okay.
Come on, I'm gonna kill you.
Coming in like a kaiju.
So I'm happy for Punk. That's really what I wanted to say at the end of the day. I am just happy for Punk. I got a little emotional because yes, it's finally happening for the guy. He's gonna close a WrestleMania show. That said, God, the Seth Rollins conclusion is too inviting. It's way too inviting, and I don't like it because I wanted to pick Punk. I really, really did. This whole Rollins favor thing, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal, especially after this past Monday. With looks like they kind of brushed it off, which makes sense because you don't want to go back into this whole favor thing again. It's already been a disaster. No, not a disaster, but it's already been all over the place. But the temptation of seeing Rollins and Heyman is too damn good. It's too good, and I really do think that they're going to structure it as Punk and Reigns just being so bitter and so focused on each other that Rollins will steal a win at WrestleMania. I see it. I don't like it, but I see it. Chico.
Yep. Just like Colin said, man, any of the three would make sense. And
It would.
You have
Actually,
solid.
I would say Roman doesn't make sense, in my opinion.
Hey, somebody's agreeing with me. You be quiet.
Does it help that I've agreed with both of you in different ways? Anyways, yes, I will stick with that prediction. Seth will win this triple threat match, only because it's the only outcome where like all three are just fine after. I feel like, because if Punk wins or Reigns wins, Seth is just further down the card than he has been. But well, no, it wouldn't be all the way bad, but like he's taking another L, like he's kind of one of those always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of guys. Not that he's not been world champ, but perception wise, gets knocked down again. So I'm going to say Seth because he really does need it. Where I'm torn on is how they do the thing with Heyman, because they've made it now almost a layup that Heyman would like intentionally skew it in favor of Seth. But I think I would rather see Heyman accidentally letting Seth win, meaning he doesn't switch to Seth, but he's still torn between Punk and Reigns even coming out of this. Because I think Punk and Reigns are going to go into a program and Heyman can still be in the middle. And I think there are a couple of different ways maybe where Seth can win and it's still because of Heyman, but it's not Heyman screwing over either of his dudes.
I can see that, especially with the sympathetic approach that Heyman's has as of late with the torn. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Very soap opera dramatic.
And it's not. It doesn't feel like it's done. Like it doesn't feel like you could squeeze more juice out of that thing. And
more juice, yeah.
And I guess last comment for me about this is, did you guys notice that Seth's outfit on Raw is still his outlandish fashion self, but it's the closest he's looked to the Shield outfit.
Yep. And I think that's why the chair shot was more significant, because a lot of people were saying that jacket kind of looks like a vest if you look at it from a certain angle or something along those lines.
Right, like the Met Gala version of the Shield gear. Flared pants and everything, but like the vest is shinier.
Well done.
There you go.
Wow. On that note, we're going to have to take a break over here for the radio and pay some bills. But when we come back, we will get into night 2 of WrestleMania weekend. And we'll be back with that discussion after these promotional considerations.
Under all the lights, with only everyone, he's looking for one single face.
Welcome back to Ringside Heat on News Talk Saga 960 AM, your favorite podcatcher, and on YouTube, LexTan at LexTan Media, Ringside Heat at Ringside_Heat, alongside Colin Dodge at Risen72, and also his Godzilla podcast at KenjiraCast. By the way, shout out to AEW as well, because as of today, this airing on the Wednesday on the radio, later on in the evening will be the celebration of AEW Dynamite surpassing WCW Nitro in terms of total episodes. So congratulations to AEW for their success. And
they're not the worst. They're not the
worst. What was that old Snapple ad? Like, we're proud to be number 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Except they're number 2 if you don't count all of WWE shows. So
Yes.
just group them as one big grouping, and then there you go. See, it's good. It's all good.
Hey, you can lump TNA in that too with a partnership.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that other voice over there, Chico Nukin, our wrestling memorabilia expert and collector at Coco Collects, is where you can follow him and his collection. And Jose Taboada, digital director of digital content at Taboada93. At Jats on Base is his Blue Jays podcast, Blue Jays blog rather. And I believe that you have a story about something about WrestleMania Jeopardy, and I was intrigued. I want to hear the story.
Yeah, I was watching a WrestleMania Jeopardy video earlier. I do want to give credit to this YouTube channel because it came across my recommendations given that it's WrestleMania week. So first of all, shout out to Wrestle Trivia on YouTube. They do a bunch of Jeopardy episodes, but this is a stat that I learned today. True or false? WrestleMania 1 happened at 1 in the afternoon because the New York Rangers had to play later in the evening.
Wow. I'd say true.
False.
I'll say true.
It's true.
Oh.
WrestleMania 1 started at 1 o'clock and made sure to clear everybody out in time because the New York Rangers had to play, guess who? Your Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock in the evening. Who, by the way, the Rangers won 7-5. But yes, on the afternoon,
What else?
on the afternoon of the inaugural WrestleMania, everybody had to jet out of Madison Square Garden because they had to get the rink in time. They had to get the rink ready in time for the Rangers and the Maple Leafs.
Well, I mean, hockey's better, so yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna ignore that.
I mean, it goes to show you, and I'll say this, it goes to show you how little of importance wrestling was, especially WrestleMania was back in the day, because it's just another wrestling event. What's the big deal? We got to get
the first one. They had no idea.
Exactly. We got to get ready for our bigger priority, hockey and the New York Rangers. Obviously, who would have thought that all these years later, it turns out to be one of the biggest shows in the world. But I learned that today, and there's a lot.
You don't mean the Rangers, right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
I meant
Especially not this year.
no. But yeah, I thought that was
Sorry,
interesting.
Rangers.
I had no idea. Out of all the, I knew the date of WrestleMania 1. I know most of the card of WrestleMania 1, but I had no idea that the Rangers played later in the evening. Insane.
I mean, start time. That's easy, Jose. I'm disappointed in you.
I didn't know the start time. I just thought, okay, it was just
Wow.
another Sunday night event of wrestling at Madison Square Garden.
Mr. WrestleMania, my foot. My goodness. Yeah.
Did you know that WrestleMania 2 was on a Monday?
Of course I did. Everybody
never
knows
mind.
that.
I didn't know that.
As long as you have no
Thanks,
follow-up
Jose.
questions, we should go on to the next topic.
I will say these two things first, though. I'll say these two things first. First of all, kudos to the Madison Square Garden crew back in 1986 to be able to convert the Garden from WrestleMania, a wrestling show, in a matter of maybe 3 hours,
probably,
into an ice hockey rink. So congratulations to whoever was doing that back in the day. They're probably all retired and living it up right now. Second thing, again, you mentioned the Toronto Maple Leafs were the opponent for the New York Rangers that day. Well, as of the timing of this recording, the Maple Leafs are up on the Buffalo Sabres 1-0, and hopefully if they do complete this victory, they will be facing the Ottawa Senators for the first round of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, which will be the first Battle of Ontario since 2004. 21 years.
And yet it feels like yesterday. Oh,
yeah. But now let's get into the real big battles of night 2 of WrestleMania, starting off with the tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship between Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the champions, putting it up against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Who's got that?
I'm sorry. Can I just say who cares?
Sure, you can. I mean, Colin hasn't predicted half of the card so far, so
he abstained. Yes,
I have. I only abstained once.
Yes.
I'll have to abstain this one too, oddly enough, because I haven't followed enough of either. But I guess the easy answer is whatever team Liv Morgan is on. So yeah.
I'm going Liv and Raquel because Bayley wants to start her quest for the IC title.
Okay.
Hey, let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Raquel.
Yeah, I personally, I will go the other way and give it to Bayley and Lyra, because I think Lyra would would get a good push out of that, being a tag team champion with Bayley.
And then we can go on the inevitable breakup storyline where then they contest for the IC title. Is that what you're
Yeah,
implying?
that could work too. Yeah.
Okay.
Next
cares?
match. Next match. I'm pretty sure Colin will abstain from this one. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I don't want to. I don't want to say this. I think Logan Paul's gonna go over. Ugh.
I'm gonna get AJ. I'm picking AJ here. I think they're comfortable with putting Logan Paul in these losing situations because the guy can still work. Hate to say it. AJ Styles.
AJ hasn't had like a big victory in a while. I would love it for it to be AJ Styles. I'm gonna say heart AJ Styles, mind Logan Paul.
And Colin.
Nah, it's okay. We don't have to ask.
I'll be playing 2K24, AJ versus Karrion Kross. What the match should be.
It almost
true.
It sounded like he said Carrie and Cross. Like
Carrie and Inaba.
No, I'll be doing that on the weekend. No, I'm not.
For what it's worth, Colin isn't entirely wrong. There's not.
He almost agreed with me, folks. Write the date down.
It's again. I Logan's good, so I understand why. I understand it. I'm not happy saying that, but I understand it. What I will say is I think you can probably continue AJ and Karrion after the fact. I don't know. But I don't want to rule it out.
That could go to a good SummerSlam match between those two.
Exactly.
Karrion deserves better. All right.
I agree. I agree. Without a doubt. His psychology, his mind games is so intriguing that I don't know why they haven't capitalized it further, especially leading into WrestleMania. But you know what? You got to start somewhere.
Sponsorship contracts have been signed. That's why. Anyway, that's right. I'm done.
I think also, Karrion Kross kind of had to, I'm sorry to say, trim the fat with the Final Testament. And now it's time to go with him because he's so good creatively. Yeah. And I think his wife compliments him real well, as they do each other. Let's go with that. AJ with a victory, and then Karrion Kross program.
Yep. And then Karrion Kross gets the victory over AJ at SummerSlam.
I would love for that to happen.
That works for me.
There you go.
Sorry, that match is on night 2, right?
Yes, we are on night 2.
I'm going to have a mysterious power outage for a little while, but I'll be back.
Fatal 4-way for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker putting up the title on the line versus Pentagon, Finn Balor, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Penta forever.
Penta forever for Colin.
Nope. Dominic's time to shine.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm a little torn because I think
screams Dom, and you know it, Chico. It's
multiple
Dom.
Multiple possible. Okay, fine. Dom for the IC title. Let's just do it.
Who pick who you want? But
he's the guy that makes your own ideas, Chico. Jeez.
I know. See, I was gonna say like Finn Balor for a second, but then I kind of fell asleep while I was thinking about it. So
I'll never give it to Finn. Oh my god!
I know it's unfortunate. He's such a vanilla guy sometimes, and it doesn't help that Def Rebel gave him a piece of crap theme. So I mean. I'm gonna just agree with Jose, man. Let's do that. I think it might be the most intriguing thing.
And yeah, you know what? It's probably going to be, and the thing is, it's not going to be Braun who's going to be eating that pin. It's probably going to be Balor eating that pin.
Yeah,
from Dom.
That's fine.
You can work a program with the dissension of the Judgment Day if you have Dom win, because they've been hinting that for God knows how many months now. Mm-hmm. Let the IC title be your factor. Penta will get his moment. Penta would have been my pick had Dom not been involved in this. So I think Penta will, or you know what, Penta can get involved with Dom even as well for that. I'm not worried about Penta. Penta will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I can't break up until Edge comes back, so they can beat him up and then they can break up.
I'm sorry. I know we need to keep going here, but I think that one last commentary for me is I also like that Penta and Rey Fenix are not immediately tagging.
Exactly.
Like
yes.
I like that too. Yeah.
Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Personally, I don't have an opinion about this match because I don't think it's. I just haven't been bought into the storyline between these two. Feet to the fire. If you ask me, it's probably going to be Damian who wins it, just because Drew can put him over, and just Drew's the veteran. Damian needs to win more.
Move it to SmackDown. Drew wins. Drew should always win.
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Drew. I don't like the match. I understand that it stems off of last year's WrestleMania with the cash in. I kind of this is not my original take. But I like the take that I kind of wish that we were getting another Drew versus Roman match at a WrestleMania and let Drew's boil with the Drew's like anger with the bloodline, because they did kind of screw him over more, be a factor into this. I heard that and I liked it a lot. I'm happy where Roman's at, but I think that would have made way more sense for Drew from his perspective.
Drew McIntyre for me in this filler of a Haas fight that will probably surprise me a little at
It'll
how
be
good
fun.
it is.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
I think it'll be fun, but
Fun.
to me, filler.
Yeah.
Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, triple threat for the Women's World Championship. I give it to Io.
Yeah, Io Sky as well. I liken this to when Ambrose had the Money in the Bank, and then in that one night, each Shield member was a champion, and I think Io's being overlooked like Ambrose was, so I'd like Io to walk away with this.
Well, interesting enough, somebody is walking into WrestleMania with a 4-0 record, and it's not Rhea or Io, it's actually Bianca. But I'm saying that this, oh God, I was gonna pick Io, but now I'm still gonna pick Io, but I would not be surprised if they want to build up another WrestleMania streak. Somebody pointed it out, and then I got scared. I'm picking Io. I'm picking Io.
Why'd you have to point that out?
As long as Brock and Roman don't break it, it should be fine.
I'm doing my job, but I'm picking Io.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to go with Io Sky because why not build another main event star in the women's side? I can see that Bianca could go further down the heel road by losing and getting frustrated. They seem to be teasing little hints of Bianca turning heel. Now, how effectively she would do that is a question in my mind, because she's such a good-natured human being that even the snarky stuff she says sounds like a goody-goody saying it. So I don't even know how much I would like her as a heel, but I'm going to say Io. Rhea is the one that needs it the least, so I would not want her to win it.
Yep. And then the main event of night 2, the match that we've been looking forward to since we were at Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes, the title, putting up the WWE Undisputed Championship versus a returning John Cena. And oh my goodness gracious. I mean, a quick answer for me: John Cena wins it and defeats Cody, goes on this heel run and then loses at SummerSlam somehow. Cody getting it back in that way, but I with all the build that's been happening right now, I still see John Cena taking the title at WrestleMania for his 17th.
Yeah, I say Cena as well, not for any record-breaking stuff, but it solidifies the reason for the heel turn, and also Cody is better chasing than having the belt.
Okay, this one is interesting. Number one, I don't want to say this reign. Cody's reign has been terrible. I really don't. There are a lot of people who are saying that Cody's reign has been atrocious the minute he won it, which is a joke, which is an absolute joke.
For 100% sure.
Yeah. And it, you know, again, it's kind of similar to Gunther in the sense that yes, some of the concerns, some of the storylines have been some of the opponents have been questionable, which sucks. And I think Cody being roped into the bloodline again by Bad Blood last year was such a mistake. I mean, obviously with The Rock showing up at the end of that, now suddenly looks amazing. But it's kind of sucks that Cody was roped into that whole thing. It's annoying. He should have moved on from it, and we probably get some way more intriguing storylines with that reign and make it more legit, I guess is the word I want to use. I don't know. Okay. So I just think that Gunther and Cody were the victims of some questionable booking, and I still think that their reigns were fine. I think Cody's maybe slightly better than Gunther's. That said, like Colin said, you need to solidify this heel turn. This heel turn was too big, and it was so important for it's going to be important for generations to come. It's going to be remembered for days to come. You want to solidify that and cap off that insane moment in Toronto with a championship record breaking aside. But of course, 17 is so intriguing even to do anyway. But even before the turn in Toronto, I was they're probably just going to give it to Cena because it's 17 anyway, even as a face. But now with that heel turn, and again, Colin bringing up such an amazing point there, secure it, seal it, make that moment like legendary, and you give that by giving Cena 17. You are muted, good sir.
Live radio, baby.
Yep. You definitely will have Cena giving more of a rub to people on his farewell tour with that title over his shoulder as well, in my opinion. So I'm going to add to the chorus of people that are predicting Cena for number 17 at WrestleMania. Also because of the reason that Colin gave, which is Cody is quite a fun chase babyface. And it's not his time to turn heel yet either. I think I accidentally did the thumbs up, even though I didn't do
the way
anything.
You're holding the belt. There you go.
StreamYard loves the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Or John Cena is somehow watching and he just liked it anyway.
Well, we can't see him, so we don't. Yeah. So we would never know.
No, I mean, I was there with you guys in the Elimination Chamber PLE, and the moment he turned heel, I felt solid in thinking he would win number 17 at Mania. Like that moment, like confirmed it for me.
Wow. So I guess, as you said, Chico, the chorus has been seen. John Cena for the title, winning the title at WrestleMania, and I guess that's and it looks like it's unanimous for us over here. And so apparently, Chico's StreamYard is giving us a thumbs up as well.
That's what I said. It's the way you're holding the belt.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Oh
yeah. All right. So on the main cards of both nights, how many matches in total then?
Let's see. That's 13 announced matches so far that we talked about today.
Okay, AEW can do that efficiently in one night. It doesn't need to be 2 nights.
Oh my goodness.
Here's a question for you guys as we come to near the end of the show. In what capacity do we see Randy Orton this weekend, given the situation with Kevin Owens?
I would like to jump right in and say I want Nick Aldis to come out of retirement and face Randy Orton.
Same.
And they don't have to do it until it'll be a surprise match at WrestleMania, and
that's okay too.
Yeah, we don't have
a lot of time anyway, so I mean, why not?
Alternate question: if it's not that, what is the most likely match Randy would interfere in, if any of them?
Oh, okay.
Oh wow,
that's a great question.
I hate to say it, but realistically, not a single one. I'm actually dead serious. I'm actually dead serious. I don't even mean to say it as a joke. I don't see Randy getting involved in any of these matches, nor would he. Nor is there any need for it.
That's true.
I don't see it. I just don't see it. My main concern right now is I want all this, but that, and again, we could be looking really dummy if you're listening to this on a Friday or maybe Saturday morning after SmackDown airs. But my concern is that we see Solo and Randy after that little interaction last week, and that's going to absolutely suck. But
Randy can do so much. Yeah.
But I have to presume is going to be something significant because he's just got put on the Backlash poster, which, by the way, is a phenomenal poster because it is in St. Louis, in his hometown next month.
Wow!
It has to be something big. It has to be something big for Randy because I will not be surprised if that is Cena's first opponent.
Oh,
for the title! Wow,
for the title.
Okay. And they have such history coming up together in OVW.
Them greatest hits coming out.
WrestleMania season is my season. I will say the right things.
Why are you yelling? Calm down.
Because I'm right.
Okay, then with that prediction, I'm gonna say Orton comes out after Cena wins the title, but you don't need that visual on Mania.
No. Leave it at
later.
Especially if it's gonna be 17, you got to leave that to breathe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like, if that happens, Aldis versus Orton, we could put that on night 2, 7 matches on night 2, and 7 matches on night 1. That's a nice even number right there. But it is going to be an insane week of wrestling. Again, AEW Dynamite, their celebratory episode saying we're not the worst, and we are better than Nitro. We got WWE SmackDown on Friday night, NXT Stand and Deliver on Saturday afternoon, WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday night, WrestleMania Night 2 Sunday night, and then WWE Raw, the aftermath, the fallout of WrestleMania weekend on the day after. Whew! It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I can't imagine having I can't imagine not having life without WrestleMania, honestly. But so thank you so much to everybody that was here on the panel. Colin at Risen72, Jose Tabuada at Tabuada93, Chico at Coco Collect, and all of you for listening on Saga 960, wherever you get your podcast, and on YouTube. I'm Lex Tan at Lex Tan Media is where you can follow me. At Ringside_Heat is where you can follow the show. And we will talk to you next week after WrestleMania. Make sure you tune in for Colin's live stream Saturday and Sunday night, 6:45 each night for WrestleMania. And have some fun with this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Ringside Heat, we remember the things that you probably forgot.